Hello everyone, I hope you're doing really well. Thank you for joining me today with this video all about the fastest way to manifest. So manifesting is very simple. The steps, I like to just break it down in 3 steps. It's very simple. Sometimes it doesn't feel easy because we could be very used to looking at our 3D and waiting for evidence or guidance or signs for us to then take action or make decisions. But with manifesting, it is 4D first. We decide what we want to experience, how we want to feel. We get into alignment with that, and then the 3D reflects that. If we are walking around looking at our 3D and taking cues from the 3D, we're just going to keep repeating that same cycle. So just as a reminder, we don't look to the 3D for evidence or confirmation or take our cues from there. If it's good stuff, we enjoy it. If it's stuff that we don't, we just don't have to engage with it. We can simply go back within, and make the changes internally. And as another quick reminder with manifesting, we're never trying to change anything out there in the 3D. We're never trying to change that person through conversations and manipulations or, schemes or, persistence out there in the 3D. We persist in the 4D story and in the state. So we use our imagination, we come up with these beautiful scenes, these beautiful inner conversations, these meditations, these feelings, and then the 3D reflects that. So 4D first, 3D reflects. So the 3 steps to manifesting really quickly. Number 1, decide what you want. So this is probably the most important step. So decide what you want, whether it's the money, the partner, the love, the new job, the travel, the freedom, kids, health, whatever it is that you want. You decide what you want. And that is all up to you. You get to decide what you want to experience because you can. And you should. And it's already there for you anyway. It's done. So you decide what you want. You get really clear about it. Step 2, you get into alignment with the wish fulfilled. So if you want to experience a lot of money and being rich out there in the 3D as part of your step 1, step 2 would be, I'm rich. I'm walking around now like I'm rich. I've got a lot of money. How do you feel now that you're rich? I know that for myself, when I have manifested money in the past, I feel so relaxed. I'm like, yeah, it's such a feeling of safety knowing that I can do anything, and I know that I have the money to back me up, to get me out of any terrible situation. I suppose that's how I always felt. Money is a way to help me get out of anything or get into anything. So what does it feel like for you to walk around now that you're rich, that you have so much money you don't even know what to do with it, that it's stupid, and that maybe you just start giving some of it away? You can do anything. So who are you now? How do you feel? How do you walk around in the world now that you're rich? And we apply this the same for manifesting your specific person. How do you feel now that you're in this beautiful, loving, committed relationship? This is how we call it in. You attract what you are, not what you want. So we can be like, I want to be rich and I want to be with the person. But if we're living in this state of not much going on or lack or zero alignment, it can't come in because, the universe doesn't know what to send you. So step 1, decide. Step 2, be it. Be it. Embody it. Step 3, relax, trust, allow, get on with your day, get on with your life. We don't need to know the how and the when. Remember, we're all about the surprises. We want surprises. We want life to be exciting. We don't want to know every single nitty gritty detail of how something is going to manifest because we just don't need to. And it's kind of boring if we knew exactly how everything was going to unfold. So trust in the magic of the universe, of quantum physics, of energy, of your desires coming to you in exactly the perfect timing and in exactly the perfect way. And so if something isn't showing up for you and like for example, you're not getting much movement with your SP, then there's a bit of resistance there. We need to look at the resistance. What are your blocks? So if for example, you're like, okay, I want to be with my specific person. Now I'm stepping into that state as step 2, and then step 3, I'm trusting, relaxing, and allowing. If it's not showing up, it's either step 2 or 3 that's getting in the way there. Step 2, are you really embodying being with that person? Are you really picking the best version of them? Or are you still sticking with that old story and therefore that old state? Or is it number 3? Are you trying to control the outcome too much, manipulate, force, get involved in the 3D? It'll usually be step 2 or step 3 that's kind of getting in the way. So that will be, a good way to understand your blocks by looking at step 2 and step 3. And, these steps are simple, but they're not always easy. The other thing too with step 3 is when we trust, allow, relax, we lower the resistance. So I find that everything is about lowering our resistance to things. When we are like trying to manifest 50 cents on the ground, or in America, I think that's like a quarter. No, that'd be 25 cents. A quarter if you're in the US, or a euro if you're in Europe, or a pound if you're in the UK. If you're trying to manifest that might be really easy because you don't have a lot of resistance to that. And maybe it's happened before, so you've had experience with it. With specific people, a lot of emotions and stuff come up. Childhood stuff can come up, self-concept, abandonment issues, all sorts of things. So we want to work through these things as well. And these are usually, parts of step 2 and step 3. These can come up as your blocks, and if they are, this is where coaching is really useful to support you and guide you through that and help you release that. So much about manifesting is learning what to hold on to and what to let go of. Honestly, I find that the more that we let go, we trust, we relax, we allow, things just come on in so super fast, because we're not trying to fight it, we're not trying to understand it, we're not trying to question it or figure it out. We're just, as my mum would say, we're just getting on with the dance, living our best lives, and good stuff shows up. So these are the main 3 steps to manifesting really quickly. But truly, the fastest way to manifest anything is to be it and trust it. Be it. You've already got it. It is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. You can't mess it up. Trust me. I've tried. So you can do a million things that could go wrong, or do a million things to kind of sabotage it, but you still can't mess it up. It's still going to come in. It's still going to come in because it is done. So you're ultimately just stepping into that new state, that new story, trusting, relaxing, allowing, and then it shows up. And then when it does show up, the key is to maintain that state and maintain that relaxation and that trust. Because a lot of the times when things show up, we're like, oh, we got it now. And then we might sort of forget about practicing, manifesting, keeping those daily, positive mental stories. So experiencing it in the 3D and sort of getting it and having it is wonderful, but it's maintaining it as well. And we're never trying to change anything out there. We change ourselves. We change our perception of things. We change our perception of a person, or our perception of what money is, or our perception of how easy it is to experience something. And then that's what comes back to us. We're never trying to force, manipulate, hurt, say mean things, or mess with the 3D, because it's old. It's just reflections. It's not, we don't create in the 3D. 3D is just the old news reflections from past stuff. Sometimes there is a time delay with things, often if it's emotional. It doesn't have to be. Again, it comes down to your level of resistance to stuff, people, things, experiences. So those 3 steps, I really intend that they're really helpful. And whether you're aware of it or not, you're manifesting all the time. So I think it's just a lot more fun if you're more aware of what you want to be experiencing, what your desires are, how you want to, experience this beautiful life, rather than blowing around in the wind like a tumbleweed and just letting things happen to you because you've got so much going on up here and you don't know what to do with it and you're just like, blah. So it's so much more fun when you get really clear about what you want to experience as step 1. Step 2, embody it. Step 3, trust, relax, allow. Have a great day. I'm here if you need me. Talk to you soon.